Now I slam it when it's done and make sure it's broke. When I'm on, no one gets on, cause I won't let nobody press up and F up the scene I set. I like to stand in the crowd and watch the people wonder, damn. But think about it, then you understand. I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit, I gotta use it. Even if it's 8-bit, a quiet storm, I chop it up and convert it to a hip-hop form. Write a verse on my notepad, critics in my vocab so bad I get cash like a slow cab. Jokers are wild, I'm the ace of spades. Y'all sit on the side, you got no place in the game. You're another enemy, you never be a friend of me, cause you get done in the end if you pretend to be competing. Cause I just put your mind on pause and I can beat you in. You compare my rhymes to yours, I'll wake you up and I just stare in your face. You seem stunned, remember me, the one you got your idea from. But soon you start to suffer, only gets rougher when you run for cover. That's when you had enough of. My rhyme's sick, make you choke, you need a Heimlich. Well I quit, I say nope, because I ain't no joke.
Welcome back to another edition of Counterculture. I am your host, Michael Melchor. You can kind of see behind me, we're a little far out, we're about to go inside here, but we are at the Wyndham Resort here in Orlando at the CEO 2011 tournament, part of the EVO Championship Series for all the fighting game championships and tournaments. This is the Orlando stop on that run before EVO finishes up later next month in Las Vegas. But we are here at this tournament. We're going to go in, talk to some of the players, get to know a little bit about what's going on here, and most important, catch some of the action going on here this weekend at CEO 2011. Off we go. Let's go ahead now, take a look inside as everybody's kind of filing in and getting ready. And we're going to get ready ourselves for a day of tremendous video game action and to get to know some of the players involved as well. Let's go on inside.
Gonna be lesson number 1, here's your weapon, now rule it. Kabuto the snake, he kill with all types of bullets. The footman in order to raise the portcullis, but I scale the palace walls and blast out the gullets. You a big name rapper, I'll make a shouty a dowager. Now that I'm up and cowing you sows with the howitzer. Hide behind your mans, you afraid to get dirty. You rap the hurdy-gurdies, I stuck up on M30s. You tell me only bang hip-hop and not rap. You a lost dog, think you know jack, you sad sap. And I'm aware y'all cattle are needlessly mad at that. I'm straddling, saber rattling battle raps. Sure, know what I mean? The click-clack of the act. 47 send your crew to heaven in a golden act. Yeah, these Kalashnikov raps ain't the trash you call rap. Feel the python thumping at the dash. All powers to submit yourselves before your lord. Make an offering, sacrificial blood and golden gold. Go to the man's dismemberment, torture and gore. So these psalms written for the glory of the god of war. All powers to submit yourselves before your lord. Make an offering, sacrificial blood and golden gold. Go to the man's dismemberment, torture and gore. So these psalms written for the glory of the god of war. You hear that? That's the sound of cats clapping as the python coil around the mic and start rapping. But he's underground back, buried deep beneath the bracken. As he rises from the ferns, campers get to backtracking. Cause Kabuto's indie rap, but he don't do backpacking. He's a hedonist, love money, majoring in Mac and bumping what you know about that. You hear the clap smacking, y'all beefs from Safeway. Kabuto's out trapping, verbal team fortress back attacking, and we capping. Spitting flamethrower raps, feel from face to feature blackened. You're fighting a losing war, attempting rap combat in the jungle of Saigon. Toss your record in the trash bin. Thumping, making tidal waves, intricately planned this. Kabizi's early tapes sunk the city of Atlantis. No games here, the god got the mind of Psycho Mantis. Put your mic on the floor. Face clones from Mount Tantis. All powers to submit yourselves before your lord. Make an offering, sacrificial blood and golden gold. Kabuto the man's dismemberment, torture and gore. So these psalms written for the glory of the god of war. All powers to submit yourselves before your lord. Make an offering, sacrificial blood and golden gold. Kabuto the man's dismemberment, torture and gore. So these psalms written for the glory of the god of war. Your punchlines are feeble, kinda shit your mother features. Like to you, flow is something that happens to other people. I'm the garbage man, clearing up your kind of detritus. Saying you more limp-wristed than a T-Rex with arthritis. Or Mr. Burns. I'll play it fair and wait my turn. And you ain't a CDR, but you'll still get burned. Though the only burner you ever seen was Mabel Bunsen. So back up, I lit up more cats than tungsten. Kabuto versatile on the nerdcore thug shit. Don't need that, I could even beat you on some hug shit. For now it's 95 style punchline recitals. Props to Big L, Rascass, and self-titled. Teflon slit mats, I'm known to rip wax. Your music video's so bad it got its own riff tracks. Make you slit your wrists and kissing your bitches, now peep a sick fact. You're pimping little boys like a Greek named Slickback. All powers to submit yourselves before your lord. Make an offering, sacrificial blood and golden gold. Go to the man's dismemberment, torture and gore. So these psalms written for the glory of the god of war. All powers to submit yourselves before your lord. Make an offering, sacrificial blood and golden gold. Go to the man's dismemberment, torture and gore. So these psalms written for the glory
We are here now with one of the players at this year's CEO in the EVO series, Mike Ross. How's it going?
And I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Good, very good. How's the tournament here been going so far for you?
So far, everything's been good. Like the hospitality, has been amazing. As far as my performance, at least at Marvel, it's very lackluster right now. But Street Fighter has not started yet, and I'm looking forward to that.
Right. Yeah. Now, how long have you been playing Marvel? Not very long, huh?
No. Well, Marvel 2 I've been playing, since 2000. When Marvel 3 came out, I picked it up in the beginning.
Right.
But I didn't, I messed around for about a good 2 months just playing with it. And then I sort of stopped. And I see a gap in skill level now.
Gotcha.
Where I stopped and where people are at. So
from putting it down and then picking it back up.
Yeah, I got to pick it back up if I want to compete.
I gotcha. Yeah, well, I started kind of following the EVO series, I guess about 2 years ago now. And you're one of the ones I picked up on simply for what you do with Honda. That's, he's not, I don't want to call him a joke character, because he's obviously not, but he's not, when I think, when you think of tournament players, he's normally not the first choice of character.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, but what I've seen you do with him is damn near, lethal.
Thank you. Thank you.
What made you pick him in particular as a character and want to master that? Did you see that, the offensive potential he had?
Well, yeah, because I know, a lot of people. Well, I actually have to backtrack because I used him in Super Turbo, Street Fighter.
Okay.
Just to mess around and stuff. I always thought he was a fun character. But in Street Fighter 4, nobody was playing him in the beginning. Nobody knew anything about him. They didn't know if he was, supposed to be played this way or that way. So I just picked him up and tried to, create everything myself. And people would then give me tips and advice, from all over, and I would just kind of incorporate it into that.
Right. So it's just a matter of, so you've been mastering them then for a while, then
trying
just kept on going.
Yeah.
Yeah. You seem to have done, well with him. What got you initially wanting to do, this professionally? Initially, just be on the tournament circuit.
Well, I started it just because I really liked to play fighting games. Right. I loved it. It was a good time waster after school.
Yeah.
During lunch hours and stuff like that. And when you're playing it, one of the fun things is playing other people. So when I started out, somebody suggested, hey, you're pretty good at this game. You should go to Southern Hills Golf Land. There's a lot of good players there.
Yeah.
So I went there, and I'm used to seeing 6 or 7 good people in one place at one time. I go there, and there's 150 people there, and I'm like, wow, this is huge,
Yeah.
And you fast forward in time to EVO 2010, and to see 3,000 people in one room, it's just crazy. It's why would you stop? You've seen it grow so much.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's certainly something that's been growing. It keeps getting bigger. Yeah, I don't know how many. There's quite a bit of crowd, inside here.
Yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds of people just in this room here right now.
Yeah,
that's still unheard of. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it seems to be getting a good following online too. I've seen you as part of the Wednesday Night Fight series and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So
you got thousands of people at home watching it now. That's even better.
Yeah. Yeah, I just found those recently too, so I'm like, okay. I remember I'm working on something one night and happened to see one of the streams start, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting anything done tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just watch that stream, you gotta close it or else you're sucked in.
Yeah, pretty much, and I made that mistake, so. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching more here this weekend. Definitely keep an eye on you. Good luck here this weekend and with the rest of the EVO series. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
What? What? Say what?
Oh, wow, that's dumb.
And that'll wrap up another edition of Counterculture. We hope you enjoyed our look at this year's CEO tournament. We again want to thank Alex Jabali, the organizer, for having us there. Next year's tournament has already been set. It'll be June 5th through 17th of 2012. You can look up more information on that on ceogaming.org. For now, I am Michael Melchor. Thank you for watching once again. We'll be back next week with a look at Random, aka MegaRan, a rapper from Arizona. We'll be looking at some of his music and live performance, and I'll have a chat with him and producer K Murdoch, so be sure to join us for that. Thank you very much again for watching, and we will see you again soon. Take care.
We're in the fight. 5x5.
30 seconds, people. Look sharp. All right, sweethearts, you heard the man.